Jack Simmons, who is our hero, is a grizzled veteran of the Park Service whose life has been intertwined with Yosemite's wild tapestry as he has worked to maintain the park's delicate ecosystem for many years. One calm evening while on patrol, Jack's world is thrown upside down. But what he saw in that dense national park? Is that an alien or any other species? Let's try to find out in the next few minutes. A strange, unnamed monster emerges from the underbrush, its brilliant eyes twinkling in the night. The creature is unlike anything Jack has ever seen, and this causes both curiosity and horror to go through him. Jack's life has changed forever as he watches it fade into the woods. Following the unexpected encounter with the mysterious creature, Jack embarks on a quest to unravel the truth. His days and nights become consumed by this mission, collecting evidence on the new species' existence. Strange footprints, larger and more menacing than any he's seen before, are discovered along remote trails. Eerie sounds echo through the once peaceful valleys, and a chorus of unfamiliar growls and cries. Even the park's wildlife begins to act abnormally. Deer are unusually skittish, bears retreat further into the woods, and birds refrain from singing their morning songs. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Jack turns to the park's archives, diving into decades-old records, reports, and patrol logs. Among the faded pages and forgotten files, he uncovers startling tales and warnings about an unknown creature. This creature, described with a chilling similarity to his own encounter, was considered mere folklore, a myth to scare greenhorn rangers. Could it be that this mythical beast was real? His investigation becomes a personal obsession as Jack experiences more encounters with the creature. Each instance reveals a bit more of its monstrous nature, its incredible speed, agility, and apparent intelligence. One harrowing night, the creature raids the park's campgrounds, leaving behind a path of destruction and terrified campers. The creature, it appears, is no shy woodland critter. It is an apex predator, a beast of nightmares, and it's growing bolder. These encounters ignite a primal fear in Jack, a dread he's never known in his years as a park ranger. Each rustle in the bushes, each snap of a twig sends a jolt of terror through him, and sleep becomes a distant memory. Jack's once familiar park morphs into an alien, a dangerous landscape hiding a monstrous secret. Yet through the enveloping fear, Jack's resolve only strengthens. His duty to protect the park and its visitors fuels his determination, pushing him further into the heart of this terrifying mystery. The evidence piles up, the stories from the past grow more believable, and the creature's brazen actions prove that this is not just a new species. It's a horrifying threat to Yosemite National Park. Jack knows that he must face this creature, face his fear, but he also realizes that he's venturing into unknown territory against an adversary unlike any other. In the dim, dust-laden light of the park's record room, Jack's trembling fingers trace the faded illustrations and frantic words of a forgotten journal. The ancient document, left behind by an early explorer of the park, held the key to the creature's horrifying origins. Jack's heart pounded in his chest as he pieced together the chilling truth. The creature was no aberration of nature. It was a relic of the past, a prehistoric species thought to have been erased from the earth, infamous in fossil records for its terrifying predatory behavior. The creature, as per the entries, was a nightmarish fusion of strength, speed, and intelligence. It was known to hunt with a terrifying mix of brute force and cunning strategy, dominating its environment with ease. The beast had once been atop the food chain, an ancient ruler of a world far removed from the present. Yet here it was, alive, thriving in the heart of Yosemite. Jack's blood ran cold as he absorbed the reality. The mythical creature of the ranger's folklore, the monstrous terror of the ancient world, had returned. As days turned into nights, the creature's presence became increasingly noticeable, its actions growing bolder and more aggressive. Reports of close encounters began to escalate, each one more harrowing than the last. The park's tranquil veneer was shattered, replaced with a palpable tension that hung in the air like a dense fog. Yosemite was no longer just a haven of natural wonders. It had become a hunting ground for a primeval terror. Campers reported strange incidents in the night, their sleep disrupted by guttural roars that echoed through the valleys. Pets disappeared, wild animals fled, and the once vibrant woods fell eerily silent. Even the toughest rangers looked over their shoulders, their bravado reduced to whispers of fear. The creature wasn't just an elusive specter anymore. It had become a tangible threat, a malevolent shadow looming over the park and its inhabitants. The burden of truth weighed heavily on Jack. The discovery of the creature's terrifying origins had turned his world upside down, transforming his beloved park into a landscape of dread. But Jack understood that the beast was not the enemy. It was simply a lost fragment of time, trying to survive in a world it no longer recognized. His challenge was not just to confront this ancient terror, but to find a way to coexist, to restore peace in Yosemite without spilling blood, be it man's or beast's. In the dead of the night, under the ghostly pallor of a waning moon, Jack steeled himself for the confrontation he knew was inevitable. Armed with nothing but a tranquilizer gun, his knowledge of the park, and a burning sense of duty, Jack ventured into the heart of Yosemite. His destination? The creature's suspected lair deep within the park's densest grove. Every step was a battle against instinct, every shadow a potential threat. Yet he moved forward, driven by a primal mix of fear and determination. As Jack neared the lair, the nocturnal symphony of the park quieted to an ominous silence. Then, with a deafening roar that echoed through the woods, the creature emerged. Its eyes glowed ominously in the dim light, its hulking form casting an ominous shadow. A wave of terror washed over Jack, a tangible reminder of the prehistoric might he was facing. The standoff was a test of wills. Jack, the seasoned park ranger, and the creature, a monstrous relic of the past, faced off under the ancient canopy of the forest. He aimed the tranquilizer gun, his hand shaking slightly as he looked into the beast's piercing eyes. It was a staring contest with death, a moment where time seemed to freeze. But Jack held his ground. His courage didn't waver. He was Yosemite's guardian, its last line of defense against this ancient terror. He was not just fighting for his life, but for the park he had vowed to protect, for the people he had sworn to keep safe, and for the creature, a beast of our time, struggling to survive. He fired. The tranquilizer dart found its mark, but not before the creature charged. It was a terrifying collision of man and beast, a clash that embodied the struggle between the modern world and the natural one. When the dust settled, Jack was battered, bruised, but alive. He'd faced his deepest fears, confronted the terror that haunted Yosemite, and lived to tell the tale. His courage and resilience had been tested like never before, and as he looked at the now tranquil form of the beast, he felt a strange sense of respect and sympathy. Their worlds had collided in a climax of fear and desperation, but as the night gave way to dawn, there was hope for a new understanding, for a coexistence that could restore peace to Yosemite. So that's all for today, thrill lovers. If you liked the video, press the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more thrilling videos.